You were taking a live look over Decatur, where you can see we have already had some rain across the area today. We want to go ahead and let you know that we do have team coverage for you here at 4 o'clock. Our Karis Belger will be showing us how Georgia Power is getting ready for potential power outages.
That's right. Molly Oak is in Cobb County with crews that are working to clean storm and sewer drains in preparation. But first, we want to get you straight to meteorologist Melissa Nord. Melissa, it is looking a little nasty out there.
Yeah, you know, this is not even the main course. Helene is yet to come. What we're dealing with today is rain from another front that is stalled over North Georgia. Helene itself is now a hurricane. The winds are 80 miles per hour, but that won't make landfall until tomorrow night. So the impacts we're seeing right now, not related to Helene, but equally as important to talk about, because this is going to lead to flooding, what's happening right now, and that's going to set the stage for even more flooding as we see Helene's rain pushing into North Georgia. Big picture right now on live radar. We've got this area of heavy rain, which is moving northeastward, but kind of stalled on top of the metro and into northeast Georgia. We did have a severe thunderstorm warning and tornado warning earlier up near Habersham County and also Raven County. Those have since expired. That's great news, but still a lot of heavy rain, some lightning strikes there. We did get some pretty big golf ball size hail in Habersham County earlier. And now in the metro, it's all about this rain, which has been falling for several hours, leading to already standing water and ponding water on the roadways. So we had been very dry for several days straight. Max, has been a dry month, but now this rain's coming down. And as the rain continues, we're going to see flooding issues starting to add up. All right, let's go east of the city into Newton County and also near Conyers. We've got one thunderstorm here, really heavy rain rates along I-20. Those rain rates are in excess of about an inch an hour. Lightning strikes on that as well. And you can see big picture. This is not from Helene. It's tropical moisture working in ahead of a stalled front. Then as we get into tomorrow night, Helene itself will pass through North Georgia. You notice this is going to make landfall as a major hurricane, Category 3, as it's pushing into North Georgia because it's moving so quickly. It is still a tropical storm. So we have a tropical storm watch for the first time here since October 27th of 2020, when Zeta passed through and left 1 million without power. Before we even get to the strong winds, we've got 4 to 8 inches of rain coming to North Georgia. Locally, those amounts could be higher. Then we add on top of that the strong wind gusts, 40 to 60 miles per hour. And on the east side of the track, we'll be watching out for that risk of tornadoes as well. Tropical storm watch in effect now. We'll see this upgraded to a warning sometime later tonight. We'll break down hour by hour how this is all going to play out. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We'll talk about that coming up in my next segment.
All right, Melissa, we will certainly be checking back with you. And just a few minutes ago, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens spoke about the city's preparations for the storms moving through now and over the next few days. Here's what he had to say about how road crews are preparing for the storm.
The Atlanta Department of Transportation crews have already cleared bridges and curb inlets where we expect to see flooding. Chainsaw crews are on standby, ready to respond quickly to downed trees. Also, barricades have been strategically positioned for rapid deployment.
Also, right now, Georgia Power crews are getting ready for the storm and any potential power outages. 11 Alive's Karis Belger is live near one of the company's centers on Jefferson Street here in Atlanta on what those preps are looking like. Karis.
Well, a Georgia Power spokesperson tells me right now there are crews stationed across Metro Atlanta and across the state in places where they think the path of the storm will go. But I want to mention they're still trying to look at things closely. They are also moving resources wherever necessary. They're also prepared to partner with some of their sister companies in order to take care of any possible outages. Matthew Kent with Georgia Power says crews have been tracking the formation of the storm for the last 3 days in order to strategically place their crews. A lot of this preparation includes constant communication with different counties and their emergency service departments. Now, since it's not clear what regions will be impacted the most by power outages, people in Metro Atlanta and beyond are encouraged to keep at least 3 days worth of supplies in case repairs are not able to be addressed immediately. However, I'm told Georgia Power is utilizing what it calls the smart grid, so crews won't have to travel to as many locations.
We have a smart grid so that if a portion of the grid were to go down, we're able to restore from another portion of the grid, perhaps someone's home that is not directly near a breakage. But Every storm is different, so right now we are placing crews where we think the storm is going to not hit, where it would be safest, so that we can dispatch them as soon as possible.
Also told this evening, in the next few hours, Georgia Power will open up its storm center. That's where they will really concentrate a lot of their resources so they continue to track things closely and, of course, send crews to different locations as are needed. I'll have more on those plans later on 11 Alive News at 5. I'm Kara Spelger. Back to you.
All right, Karis, thank you so much. Well, from Fulton County to Cobb County, that's where we find 11 Alive's Molly Oak. So, Molly, DOT crews, they are working to clear drains, and we know that this process is all hands on deck.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said. This process is all hands on deck, guys. That means they have crews not only working today, but they said they have emergency crews on standby as well. We followed around Cobb County DOT as they made their way through the roads, making sure things were cleared out ahead of the storm.
All of these roots and any of the debris just came out of that pipe system.
The skies may not be clear, but this pipe now is.
So we use a rudder hose from this vac-on truck that kind of force water in. It has a high-powered jet to pull the rest of the debris out to open up the drain system.
Demario Langford with Cobb County Department of Transportation says crews are working to get things ready ahead of the storm.
We go out and, we'll have either this vac-on truck or we'll have a crew with an excavator to come out and kind of dig out the open channel ditches. And that way we can get a good water flow and be able to not back up the streets and cause any flooding in our roadways.
He says they have emergency crews on standby along with people on the roads today.
It's important because with all of the storms and the water coming in, we don't want those systems backed up, and we don't want to potentially cause flooding on the roadways or in our neighborhoods or communities.
In hopes of keeping pipes and roadways clear ahead of the storm. Now, I also talked with Cobb DOT about the fastest way for you to report an issue in your neighborhood. I'll have that answer for you coming up tonight at 5. Reporting live in Cobb County, Molly Oak, 11 Alive News.
All right, 407, Crash Clark here with you. As you can imagine, we're going to be seeing a lot of this, folks. I come in from Sandy Springs, normally a 30, maybe 45-minute ride on what should be just a rainy Wednesday. I spent 1 hour and 15 minutes on the road. Look at all that red on my map. That's an indicator of just bumper-to-bumper traffic. 75 slowing past West Paces Ferry, 400, what I just sat in coming through Buckhead, and 85, all of that trying to get into downtown. This wreck I just showed you, 85 north at Camp Creek Parkway, one of many. While we're at it, don't forget Camp Creek is closed at Airport Drive due to construction. They do have detours in place, but this is just going to be one of those bumper to bumper next 48 hours as we not only deal with this rain now, but obviously with Helene coming in. So folks, all I can tell you is I know you're trying to get out there and do your travel, get prepared for Thursday and Friday, but it seems like we're all doing it at one time, and that is why we are looking at just unprecedented Wednesday traffic right now. So it's just one of those things. And with more rain on the way, the Georgia Department of Transportation working to keep all of the state's roads safe. Heavy rain can cause flash flooding, which can clog drains, making it more dangerous for drivers. Natalie Dale with GDOT says the best thing you can do, well, is stay home.
He said, for those of us that have to be on the road, I really want you to ask yourself in the middle of this storm, what does have to be on the road mean? We certainly know that emergency responders have to be on the road. Certainly, if you have to get to work, those are have to scenarios. What is a have to scenario when your safety is at stake?
Now, GDOT says if you need to drive over the next few days, be sure, buckle up, stay alert, slow down, and of course, Jonathan, put those phones down.
Always good to remember that. Crash, thank you. And as you weather the storm at home, we do want to remind you 24 hours before the storm, you should identify your safe room. The fewer windows, the better. Also, turn the fridge down to the coldest temperature so you can preserve food, and always remember to charge your cell phones. So in the first 24 hours after the storm, clean up as soon as you can safely and as soon as possible to avoid the mold. Also, they say don't make unnecessary calls. Save your battery and text when possible. And when you have time, restock your emergency kits.
Some important information there, and you can watch free extended weather coverage right now on 11 Alive Plus. It's free to download on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. And we're doing this so that you can stay aware. You can also stay aware with the 11 Alive mobile app. Pick up your phone, scan that QR code you see on that screen, and then you can turn on notifications for alerts and updates specific to your neighborhood. We want to make sure that everybody is staying safe and aware.